Tonight we have learned former Metro Transit Police Chief Ernest Morales surrendered his police officer license and is barred from ever being a police officer in Minnesota again. Thanks for joining us tonight and streaming on KARE 11 Plus. I'm Morgan Wolf. It has been nearly 2 years since Morales stepped down from his role after he was put on administrative leave following sexual harassment and discrimination complaints. Now we are getting our first look at those allegations against him. Our Heidi Wigdahl has the latest. Heidi?
Morgan, according to court documents, Morales signed the agreement on March 25th in New York, and it was approved by the Minnesota Board of Peace Officer Standards and Training on April 23rd. It gives a closer look at the allegations we first reported on in September 2024.
When Ernest Morales III resigned as Metro Transit Police Chief in September 2024, sources told us it was due to sexual harassment and hostile workplace complaints from more than a dozen employees. Nearly 2 years later, a stipulation and consent order details the allegations. According to court documents, in the spring of 2024, several women who worked at Metro Transit Police Department made complaints against Morales. MTPD hired an outside law firm for the internal investigation. The documents claimed Morales said to 2 officers about a female employee, quote, basically gets up on a desk and F's people, and that's why she's where she is in her career. Another instance, Morales allegedly referred to a female employee as a MILF. The investigation stated that during a staff meeting for a fundraising boxing match with Morales as referee, Morales said that a woman officer could be the ring girl, then, quote, held a notepad over his head and walked around with exaggerated hip gyrations to demonstrate what a ring girl does. According to court documents, Morales told a Metro Transit captain about how he and his wife saw someone who is transgender while downtown and said, quote, oh my God, it's a effing unicorn. The Minnesota Board of Peace Officer Standards and Training Board's Complaint Investigation Committee determined that reasonable grounds existed to believe Morales engaged in sexual harassment and failed to self-report his misconduct to the board. Morales denies the allegations but agreed to surrender his peace officer license to, quote, save the time, expense, and uncertainty of a contested case hearing. The agreement also means Morales cannot ever renew his surrendered peace officer license and cannot get any other license issued by the board.
Morales said the allegations against him are retaliation for his leadership style because he was a, quote, outsider in changing the culture of the agency. Meanwhile, the board said his alleged conduct had the effect of creating an intimidating, hostile, and offensive employment environment. I reached out to both the board and a number linked to Morales and have not heard back yet. Morgan.
All right. Thanks for that update, Heidi.